This is my video for the Two Gun Action Challenge match held February 20th, 2021. This is a Casarda drill style stage. There are two targets at 100 yards. The shooter has to drop prone and engage them, then throw the 36-pound kettlebell, which becomes the next shooting position. The largest benefit of the bipod in armored or open division is making the rifle easier to reacquire than having to lay it flat down on the ground. It's generally better to take your time to get one solid throw in and reduce your number of reps overall than to have a bad throw and have to do more reps. My arms are starting to feel strained, so I switched to a one-arm throwing technique. I would not recommend doing that with the heavier 62-pound kettlebell. From this last position, I'm going to have to engage the spinner, so I reload before getting into the prone position. The spinner becomes almost impossible to see between the dust signature and lighting conditions. Switching the magnifier into place doesn't make it any better. I know roughly where the target should be, and I engage that space until it rotates. I'm first armored and second overall on this stage. This is a limited round count stage. The shooter begins with one magazine of 5 rounds next to the rifle. They have 5 steel targets downrange. For each subsequent engagement, the shooter has to traverse underneath the sticks and retrieve another magazine of 5 rounds. Crawling back and forth underneath the sticks takes up most of my time on this stage. Keep in mind, if you knock off one of the sticks, it does add penalty time to your score.
Watch your dump pouch.
Because this is a limited round count stage, I take time to let the sights completely settle before sending the shot. It's not worth a potential miss to be a quarter second faster. I go lower for my second run through. I don't want my dump pouch to snag on any of the sticks and cost myself a penalty. Even though I'm slow at crawling, getting all my hits makes up for that. I'm first in armored and third overall on this stage. This stage begins with the shooter having to engage these pistol poppers at 35 to 40 yards underneath this table. I'm still using that Magtech 9mm I mentioned the accuracy problems with from my other videos that we tested in the ransom rest. The cone of fire of this ammunition at this distance is larger than the targets. The same ammunition is just fine at 15 yards or less, like you saw in the Rio Salado multi-gun match I posted earlier. But at this distance, I might as well be throwing rocks at the targets. After this match was over, I worked a trade with a friend to get some Freedom Munitions 9mm, which groups substantially better at 3 to 3.5 inches at 25 yards. I made a stupid mental error prepping for the stage. I did not open the front lens cover on my Romeo 8T, and because I'm shooting into the shadow with both eyes open, I don't immediately recognize that it's closed, and that's why I'm missing on these targets that I would normally have no problem hitting. These sort of minor mental errors are the result of the cumulative effect of working long hours for months straight and shooting these matches on very little sleep. As you can see with the lens cover open, I have zero difficulty hitting these targets at 50 yards. I'm 3rd armored and 8th overall on this stage. In the end, I'm 1st out of 6th in armored division and 3rd out of 25 overall. Being limited in performance by the quality of my handgun ammunition sucks, but I suppose it's better than not shooting the match at all. Thank you for watching. Come back again for more match and multi-gun competition content.